Usually in the NBA, when a player retires, their career is filled with accomplishments or at the very least, lots of playing time with different teams. But today, I've come across a situation so interesting that I felt I needed to make a video about it. And today, I'll be talking about a 22-year-old kid that has already retired from the NBA. Now, you might not have heard of him, but his name is Tyrell Terry, and he was the 31st pick in the 2020 draft by the Dallas Mavericks. Before he was drafted, his shooting accuracy with a 40% three-point and a team-high 89% free throw helped him gain attention as an NBA prospect. It was reported that Terry broke a record for a basketball IQ test administered by several NBA front offices during the 2020 offseason before he got drafted. When Tyrell got drafted, he was signed on December 1st, 2020. Terry was assigned to the Memphis Hustle of the NBA G League for the start of the G League season, making his debut for the Hustle on February 10th, 2021. And on October 15th, 2021, Terry was waived by the Dallas Mavericks. On December 25th in 2021, Terry signed a 10-day contract with the Memphis Grizzlies through the hardship exemption. And on January 1st of 2022, he was signed to a two-way contract. Though on July 2nd, Terry was waived by the Grizzlies. And in December of 2022, Tyrell Terry would announce his retirement from professional basketball, citing mental health reasons. In all of his time in the NBA, he spent a crazy little amount of time on the basketball court, with all of his combined playing time only amounting to about 12 minutes total. In an Instagram post, he would explain why he would make the decision he did, stating, "While I have achieved amazing accomplishments, creating unforgettable memories, and made lifelong friends, I've also experienced the darkest times of my life, to the point where instead of building me up, it began to destroy me, where I began to despise and question the value of myself much more than those surrounding me could ever see or know." To his surprise, though, many supported his choice and empathized with the struggles of mental health, while others did make fun of him, saying that if he couldn't hold down a job playing for the NBA, then how could he hold down a regular 9-to-5? Personally, I thought that argument was wild and probably the worst argument I've ever heard. Especially that when you work a 9-to-5, you typically go to work, put your head down, and do your time. And when it's time to leave, you go home. But when you're in the NBA, your whole professional life is televised for the world to see. And one wrong move or slip up, and you're taunted for it on social media. Look at what happened to Ben Simmons. He passed up one shot, and I still see comments about it to this day, which is absolutely wild to me. On top of that fact is the fact that when you go home from your 9-to-5 job, you forget about it. But in the NBA, there's training and press conferences and the whole works that 9 times out of 10 eat up your personal time, which I could understand would make any person stressed out. Terry has since characterized that what he was going through was an identity crisis. Many players, while in the NBA, likely find themselves more consumed by basketball than ever before. For Terry, the opposite happened. Entering the pros made him realize how little he needed the sport. In the Instagram post that he posted, he stated, "It's been an almost overwhelming amount of support I've gotten, which obviously makes the process of letting the sport go a lot easier." He probably won't be a basketball coach or hold any other job adjacent to the game, at least not anytime soon. Tyrell, who has moved back to Minneapolis, wants to return to college and maybe study philosophy. He is an overthinker after all. In an interview, he remarked, "The idea that everybody dies one day and we're really just small people in a vast universe, I think that's something that I want to look deeper into." Even though I can understand Tyrell's reasonings for leaving the NBA, it's honestly so crazy to see such a young kid retire from the NBA. But with his whole life ahead of him and a head start financially, I'm sure that he will be alright. But I want to know, what would you do in this situation? Would you buckle down and push through it? Or would you do the same thing as him and retire? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure to subscribe if you like basketball content like this. But that's it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.